typically as women, we hear a lot that we are emotional creatures, and it's used against us a lot, right? Like, oh, you think with your emotions, you make decisions with your emotions, and it's true. So how do we harness that and use it for good? How do we understand it better so it's not debilitating and it's not controlling our lives? And what do we do instead of being emotional? How do we ground our goals in something bigger than emotions, right? Because we often have our goals driven by emotion, right? We might be afraid. So when we're talking about finances, we might be afraid we can't pay our bills. Therefore, we might have a financial goal linked to that fear, okay? We might feel embarrassment about our weight. Therefore, we have a goal that would be linked to that embarrassment that we feel about being overweight, right? So the challenge for this week is going to be to really deep dive into what your goals are and what emotion is driving it. Now, men are usually on the other spectrum, and it can go both ways. We might have goals that are rooted in our negative feelings, and we might have goals that are rooted in our positive feelings, but typically men attempt to achieve their goals so they can reach the positive end of the spectrum. So they want to build wealth, not because they have a fear of not making enough money, but because they want the pride and the ego and the confidence that comes, and even the women that come with making a lot of money. So they are typically going for the other spectrum. They're chasing that positive emotion. Women, a lot, we're driven by that negative emotion. Men often are going towards the positive emotion. But either way, we all have one thing in common, and that is that our emotions are not 100% stable. So that means one day we could wake up, like yesterday I was embarrassed about my weight. Today, I don't give a crap what anyone else thinks about my weight. Therefore, guess what? I have no motivation for my goal because today I don't care. And the same thing happens if you're chasing a positive thing. I don't care to feel confident about that. I'm good. Like I'm good. I don't care. We get that that mellow, whatever, nonchalant. We have those days. Everybody has those days, right? So whether you're being driven by the negative or by the positive, we have those days where we just don't really care. And those are the days where we lose our momentum for reaching a goal. So what do we do instead, right? A lot of times you'll hear people say, find out your why. And the why ends up being an emotional why. So you don't want to feel fear. You don't want to feel embarrassed. You do want to feel confident. You do want to feel happy and successful, right? So we link our why to that emotion. But again, we have the same issue, whether it's a positive or a negative emotion. It doesn't matter. We're going to have days where it doesn't matter. So what do we do instead? We have to link our why to a set of principles, okay? Principles can be religious principles. They can be moral compass principles. They can be, maybe you have a guidebook of just how you think life should be, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be religious. Religious tends to be really, really a successful thing to link to because it doesn't change, right? If I link all of my goals to what's in the Bible doesn't change. So I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and today the Bible says that you build wealth because you're supposed to leave an inheritance to your children, right? Tomorrow, the Bible's still going to say that. So my goal to build wealth can't be linked to I want to feel successful because tomorrow I might not care if I'm successful. But tomorrow, the Bible is still going to say I need to leave an inheritance for my children, okay? So whatever your set of principles are, you need to figure out what that is and link your goals back to that set of principles, okay? And that's gonna be your challenge for the week. That's what we're gonna be working on. If you guys have any questions about how to do this, if you have a goal that you don't know how to link back to a set of principles, let's talk about it. Send me a message. Put it in the comments here.